Welcome back, everyone. Jaybone here for it's not Smash This podcast tonight. No, it's the Jacked Up Jukebox. And we're going to talk about a band that I haven't talked about in a long freaking time. And I'm sitting here drinking a bang at 2 a.m. Don't ask why. Um, so we're going to talk about a couple things tonight. Been itching to talk about this ever since I heard the brand new single. And if you want to listen to the single, a link to that is in the description below, along with all the other socials, the merch link, all that stuff, if you want to help the podcast grow. So like I said, yeah, we're going to talk about Skid Row, and they just got another new singer. Now, it's funny. I'm looking at my analytics over the last couple days, and because of the news coming out about this new singer, I noticed that one of my older videos that has one of the largest counts on this channel, which is crazy, it's almost 6 years to the date. It was February 6 years ago when they got another lead singer, ZP. And they've had him for, like I said, almost exactly 6 years now. Crazy. But now it's a whole new start. They got a new record coming out in the fall, I believe. It's October is what I heard. And the new single is The Gang's All Here. And let me tell you, this new singer, Eric, what's his name again? I've heard him on a bunch of other things. Eric Grunwald. He's a former lead singer of H.E.A.T, and he's had some other projects that he's done over the last 10 years. And he's even beaten cancer. He got diagnosed with some kind of cancer. I didn't see all the details about it. But hey, props for being a cancer survivor. I think that's amazing, no matter what kind it is. But let's talk about this new single, The Gang's All Here. Oh my God, folks. It is 1989 all over again. I love this. I've played the video like at least 24 times already. I can't get enough of it. And this new record can't come out soon enough. It sucks that I'm going to have to wait over what feels like over a half a year for it. This Eric Grunwald sounds like Sebastian Bach did back in the late 80s when Skid Row first started, 30 plus years ago. Now, if you go to Blabbermouth, and I know, depending on who you talk to, they don't have the greatest reputation. But as far as just reporting certain things, it's like they're fine. It's the audience that becomes very toxic, I think. But anyways, not to get political or nothing. They just put out a link with a bunch of videos of people in the audience. They have they've got a residency in Vegas from now until like April or something with the Scorpions, and they're the opener for the Scorpions. And I tell you, you get some old school rock and metal fans, and they're there for, the Scorps, and you're debuting a brand new lead singer. This is the way to break them in, man. This is the way to break them in. And He's man, he sounds amazing. He's in his 30s, but he sounds like he's in his 20s. Like his voice is just sounds tremendous. And I'm a big fan, and I haven't talked music on here in a long time, but for those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of the singing talent. So this and it's no knock to their last singer. He was good. He was good, but man, Eric's got that extra kick in the balls that you want, man. And this band has gone through a few singers over the last 20 some years after, Sebastian Bach quit, got fired, whatever it was. I don't even know. It's been so long ago. I don't know. But if this band wants to seriously keep their legacy going, they need a guy like this. They need a guy like Eric to really rejuvenate their sound and rejuvenate the fan base. And no, and look, I get it. There's people out there that are gonna be like, if there's no Sebastian Bach, there's no Skid Row. I get it. I get it. But Eric's a tremendous singer. And like I said, if you close your eyes, it sounds like Bass did 30 plus years ago. He sounds amazing. Eric is just tremendous. The single, it's toe tapping, good old fashioned American hard rock. And it sounds like you'll hear different things in this new single, The Gang's All Here, that you'll hear little pieces that you heard on their first record back in the 80s. For example, there's a tricky little Vicky lyric in there. And then that got my wheels turning like, oh, where's that from? Where's that from? That's from Rattlesnake Shake. And which is another classic favorite of mine from this band. So the fact that, it sounds old school, and you got some old you got some old school sound stuff, and it just sounds amazing. Like I said, this is exactly what this band needs. I see Hakeem Fullerton's in here. Good evening or good morning, depending on where you are. He says an early video from Wisconsin's favorite YouTube podcaster. Oh, you're too kind, man. You're too kind. Oh man. Much love, brother. Much love. So yeah, I'm digging the new Skid Row. He sounds great live too. He's got his own channel on YouTube too, and if you want to hear, he sings a classic 18 in Life. And if that doesn't sell you on this guy, I don't know what will. Like I said, I get it. There's Sebastian Bach fans out there that are going to be diehard to the day, till their last breath. It's fine, lovely. I still like the guy. I've seen him live a few times over the last 20 plus years he's been gone from the band. He's fun to watch. But if you want the old school band with an old school sounding singer that sounds amazing, sounds like the original, I'm just saying, Eric's great. And the band sounds tight. And this is going to be a hell of a year for them. They got a full schedule that just came out, and one of the stops is Milwaukee's Summerfest. and you know I'm going to be there. And I cannot wait to see this band live. I have not seen this band live since 19. Oof. I want to say 94 or 95. I think it was 94. They were doing the touring for that last record that they all put out together, Subhuman Race, which I think is a great hard rock, heavy metal album. I mean, there's a billion different kinds of metal out there. You can call it whatever you want. So yeah, the link is in the description. You can find the videos out there. There's going to be more and more of them coming out as far as if you want to hear what they sound like live. Do your research. Do yourself the honor of listening to this band again with some fresh ears, because man, it's a joy to hear this band with this singer just doing the old school fans a favor, you know. Now on a somber subject, I also saw the news that came out within the last 24 hours, late last night. I think it was late last night. Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters passed away, sadly. And I can't say much about the Foo Fighters because I'll admit I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the Foo Fighters. The reason is because Milwaukee radio killed it for me. They overplay them so much, it's ridiculous. So that really turned me off to the band. But wait. So over the last couple years, I've discovered some other stuff from the drummer of the Foo Fighters, and I'm realizing even more and more now by doing some research how talented this guy was. He came out with a band called was it Navarro NHC, Navarro Hawkins Cheney. It's a 3-piece, and they put out an EP and like a handful of singles over the course of the last year or so. And it's, oh my God, Hawkins had an amazing voice. I loved his singing stuff. So, as much as I'm not a fan of the Foo Fighters, I'm going to miss Taylor Hawkins for his other stuff. And he had a band out there with, you're going to have to forgive me. I forget what it's called. It's another like 3-piece. And the guitarist in the band, he was a singer. His guitarist is Brent Woods, formerly of Wildside. And I just found this out within the last 24 hours too. And I've been listening to some of that stuff. It's tragic. It sounds like his I don't want to assume anything, folks. I don't want to put out any fake news because you know I'm not that guy. But the Colombian press is already putting out stuff about. Now they didn't straight come out and say OD, but they said his system was loaded with almost a dozen different toxins, different drugs and things. So, man, you could call it accidental. I'd call it accidental. I mean, this guy was on top of the world. You know, one of the biggest bands on the planet. They just came out with a movie. Man, and all these side projects that Taylor had. Like I said, I'm just discovering some of them now, and I thought they were so fun to listen to, and now it's gone. So sad. He left the wife and kids. It's tragic. It's tragic, but it shows if you choose to take that road, that road never ends kindly. So you know, stay off the drugs, kids. So Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. But yeah, go check out. I mean, if you want to hear, you probably heard a billion different Foo Fighters songs. Go listen to some of the more unique stuff. Do your research. Look at some of his other side projects. They're absolutely worth listening to. The NHC, Taylor Hawkins, and it's called like Taylor Hawkins and the Coattails. It's something like that. So he had a few different projects. I'm going to research and find some other stuff. Because, like I said, he was a great singer, and that's something that really attracts me to the music, along with the musicianship. But so sad. Yeah, rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. And but yeah, back to Skid Row, man. Like I said, I can't say enough about this. The Gang's All Here single. I cannot wait to listen to the rest of this release. And I don't pre-order music much. I'm probably going to pre-order this one. I haven't been excited about a classic rock band. Oh, it's so weird calling it classic rock. I mean, it's it's the stuff that I grew up on, and I'm in my 40s, so I have to call it classic rock, right? Well, you can call it whatever you want, but I don't think I've been this excited about a release in a long time. So they had a great producer too, from what it sounds like. So yeah. So that's it. That's it. I haven't done a jacked up jukebox in ages, and I had to talk about this. And I wanted to touch on the Taylor Hawkins tragedy. Rest in peace. So, but, and I can't really, like I said, I really can't say too much about the Foo Fighters end of it. But the other side projects of Taylor Hawkins, absolutely worth checking out. If you like, he's just got a great voice, and always had great backing band in his side projects. So go check it out. Rest in peace. So that's it for this one. We'll see you tomorrow night over on that other little podcast called Total Nonstop Impact for the Patreon family dinner, and we'll get caught up on some other news that's happened this past weekend. There's some big stuff that happened tonight. We won't get into that because this is jacked up jukebox. But yeah, so that's it. Hey, my favorite nephew's in here, Paul Nelson. Good evening. How you doing? So, but yeah, we're getting out of here. Much love, everyone. Go check out the new single. It's in the description. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.